Hello and welcome to Business Arena on TVP World. I'm your host, Marie Caso. Join me for the main business headlines of the day. The Polish government has announced a revised plan to invest more than 2.5 billion euros into Polish railways. In addition to shortening travel time for passengers, the plan is set to provide a much-needed boost to freight rail.
New tracks, faster travel times and more kilometres of rail, all achieved in a shorter time frame, but at the same cost. This is the government's €2.6 billion plan to modernise the Polish railway system.
Instead of the original plan to modernize, revitalize or build from scratch 500 kilometers of railways under the National Recovery Plan, we will now build at least 800 kilometers with the same budget.
This special offer arises because the scale of modernization in the prior plan wouldn't allow it to be completed before the August 2026 deadline. The new plan involves modernizing major rail arteries, which will translate into slashing travel time between Warsaw and Kraków to just 1 hour and 50 minutes, but also building a new Kraków-Nowy Sącz route, as the existing link is more than a century old. The government's priority is to modernize bottlenecks and routes with the lowest speed limits, a crucial effort to revive struggling cargo rail transport.
An intermodal freight train traveling from the port of Gdańsk to Silesia over a 550-kilometer distance will achieve an average speed of 70 kilometers per hour, making it highly competitive with road transport.
Currently, the average speed of cargo trains in Poland is around 25 kilometers per hour. Experts say that it needs to be at least double that to make freight trains competitive with trucks.
Final GDP figures for the fourth quarter of last year in Germany have underlined the country's dire need for reform. Much hope is being placed in business-friendly candidate for Chancellor Friedrich Merz, but he will not be ruling alone and is yet to form a government.
The German numbers are in, and they certainly fail to impress. The economy contracted in the fourth quarter by 0.2%. This is the sixth consecutive quarter of contraction.
Well, how long the recession in Germany will last very much depends now on this next government.
However, there is hope, as the presumptive new chancellor, Friedrich Merz, is known to be a free market advocate.
I think Merz and hopefully also the Social Democrats have understood how serious the situation is, because I was never sure if Scholz or Habeck understood that we really see a process of deindustrialization.
Stock market players expect the new coalition in Germany to stimulate growth, reduce bureaucracy and lower the tax burden for companies.
So what can Merz's new government do? Well, it could certainly find more money to invest in business and much-needed infrastructure improvements. And according to Alexander Kritikos, it can do this in two ways. First, it could, of course, borrow money to inject the kind of fiscal stimulus the economy needs. But in Germany, this is easier said than done.
And here we all know that there's a huge German discussion currently whether the so-called debt brake shall be changed so that debt will be allowed in Germany again.
And second, it could jump on the Doge train, as many, including Poland, have begun to do.
The bureaucracy in Germany has become very bad. So we see on the one hand over-regulation in Germany, and on the other hand, we see a bureaucracy which is implementing this increasing number of regulations in a worse and worse manner.
Now, Merz has long argued for less regulation, less bureaucracy, and lower taxes to boost growth, while ensuring the conditions, such as low energy prices, are in place for Germany to remain competitive. Now, whether Merz can bring his policies home will very much depend on successful coalition talks with the Social Democratic SPD party.
The next Chancellor of Germany, Friedrich Merz, should feel the weight of significant pressure on his shoulders. On the bottom line today, we'll take a look at the economic priorities that lie ahead for the new German coalition that is yet to be formed. Stay with us to find out more after the news. Poland means business when it comes to AI, since the government has announced the creation of a new research institute focused on AI innovation. Called Ideas Research Institute, the initiative is meant to strengthen both civilian and military applications of technology while securing Poland's position in the global AI race.
This research institute is designed to give us a competitive edge in the field of artificial intelligence. Until now, there has been no dedicated research institution within the public sector that continuously and comprehensively focuses on AI. We are creating such an institute because we recognize the potential of artificial intelligence, not only for its applications, but also for securing a space where Polish scientists can grow, innovate, and fully harness AI's future possibilities. AI impacts every aspect of the state, which is why I am pleased that, together with Deputy Prime Minister Kosiniak-Kamysz, we have established an institute that will provide competitive advantages in both civilian and military domains. This is one of the key challenges for national security and the effective use of new technologies. By integrating these two crucial areas, the military sector, which is essential given Poland's focus on strengthening its defense capabilities, where technology plays a pivotal role, and the civilian sector, which fosters ideas and innovation, AI can serve as both a strategic advantage in industry and a decisive factor on the battlefield.
And we stay in the realm of AI. The Polish Ministry of Digital Affairs has unveiled the first homegrown large language model called Plum. Officials say this AI breakthrough will anchor an ambitious drive to modernize public services, boost innovation, and reshape how citizens interact with the government.
Meet Plum, or the Polish large language model. It's a family of Polish AI systems able to generate and understand Polish text, and now it's available for public use.
Poland needs an AI system, one that reinforces the sense that our public administration is reaching out to citizens, staying close to them, and making their interactions with government services easier and more efficient.
What will it be used for? One example is the virtual assistant integrated into the mObywatel app, which will give citizens quick access to key public information. The technology can also serve as an intelligent clerk for automating document processing, and it will offer advanced learning tools, like sophisticated translation software that will enhance interactive lessons in schools.
What's important, we have full control over this model, both in terms of data sources and training processes. There is no dependency on foreign providers in any way. Everything was developed in Poland based on Polish technological expertise.
Beyond improving government efficiency, Plum is expected to bolster Poland's IT sector and stimulate the wider economy by fostering AI-driven businesses.
This was the work of Polish scientists and researchers, which not only improved financial efficiency, but also ensured the model is specifically adapted to the Polish language and environment.
In 2025, the Polish government's IT center will join the Plum consortium to integrate the model across public administration, including a virtual assistant in the mObywatel app. If all goes to plan, Polish citizens will soon enjoy faster, simpler and more sophisticated access to government services, setting a new benchmark for AI-driven governance.
And that's all for our business news updates today. For more business stories, check out tvpworld.com.